What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I am going to be talking about The Mandalorian. So, for those of you that do not know, Disney decided to make new TV shows for their new Disney Plus streaming program. Alright, I get it, you have a new service coming out, you want to get people in, you want to get people to come and sign up for your streaming service because, we already have things like Netflix, we already have things like Hulu, but now Disney wants to have, their own Disney streaming service, which, Disney has a huge fan base. If they, all they have to do is have their Disney name on something and people are going to buy it. That's just how it works. Trust me, I worked for, Disney retail when I was in college. That was my job. People will buy it just because it's Disney and they want that Disney stuff. So, they already had that going, but they want to bring even more people in. They're like, you know what? We have new shows. We have to compete with these other streaming services. We want stuff that's exclusive to us and our streaming service. All right, I get it. I understand. I got you. And they decided, there's a rumor going around. People have denied this. Other people have confirmed this. I don't know if it's true or not until there's an official statement released, but apparently, because George Lucas still owns something with the characters, if they use George Lucas's original characters, he will make a profit from it. And maybe it's a tiny itty bitty little profit, but he will make something from it, and Disney doesn't want that. Apparently, that's what the rumor is going around. And, what I heard was that they were originally going to do a Boba Fett movie, but because all this stuff happened, Boba Fett is a character that George Lucas, it's in George Lucas's movie, it's a George Lucas character, they can't do that, so they need to create these new characters. Alright, I get it. Instead of going with a character that, makes money and sells, they go with a knockoff version of this character. And they're going to, rely on people's love for for Mandalorians and Mandalore. And let's do The Mandalorian. Now, Dave Filoni, who is working on this show, if you guys ever watched Clone Wars, you learn a lot about Mandalore and, the Mandalorian Wars and how, it's just everything about it because, or not everything, but a lot about it because Dave Filoni likes Mandalorians. He likes Boba Fett. There's a lot of people that like Boba Fett. He's a very popular character. I was never one of those people. I wasn't really a fan of Boba Fett. He didn't really do much for me, and then he just died. As a kid, I wasn't impressed. I thought his costume was cool. He looked awesome, but as a character, I just wasn't intrigued. I liked Darth Vader. That was my thing. I loved Darth Vader. Darth Vader was my favorite character. Always has been, always will. But then I watched the Clone Wars, and I loved everything that they did with Mandalore. I loved, the backstory that Obi-Wan, when he was training with Qui-Gon, how he spent a lot of time on Mandalore, how he fell in love with this woman who eventually became the Queen of Mandalore. Satine, they watch Moulin Rouge. They used the name. But anyway, I liked that it showed that Obi-Wan even had struggles with, having to, have that love interest, but then, he sacrificed that because for the greater good of becoming a Jedi, and then the dynamics of him going back and having to see that person from his past and everything that happens on Mandalore. It's fascinating. That got me invested in it. Dave Filoni did a very good job of explaining Mandalore and showing more into it in the Clone Wars. It's one of the many reasons why the Clone Wars was such a fantastic TV show, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. But with The Mandalorian coming out, because there is a point to me ranting about this. Now, as you guys know, Disney is releasing this movie called The Rise of Skywalker. Every single time I say it, I can't take it myself seriously or take anyone seriously when they say that, because I think of adult stuff when I hear The Rise of Skywalker, and I just can't unhear it, and I don't know why anyone at the board meeting, when they said, this is going to be the name, how does nobody just say That's What She Said? Like, come on, that is the biggest That's What She Said title of a movie, and I don't understand. But anyway, moving on. So, Disney's got this movie called The Rise of Skywalker. It's coming out. I don't know if you heard about it. I just did a reaction to the trailer, the final trailer of it. So, here's the thing about it. It's getting released in December, which, I get it. Disney did that on purpose. They're very strategic about that because guess what? Disney makes a lot of their profit off of, toys. Not Star Wars toys anymore. They mostly rely on all the princesses and Frozen to carry them now. But, and Mickey and Minnie, I'll give them that. Little babies, they like their Mickey and Minnie. Those are the top sellers. Buzz Lightyear, #1 top selling toy for Disney stores every single Christmas. But anyway, They want it to come out at Christmas time because they want people to buy the products to give to kids, so that way it's all around Christmas time. It's a very smart marketing move. I honestly preferred it when movies came out in May, but, that's just my own thing because I used to wait in line for movies, and when a movie comes out in December, you're going to be waiting out in the cold. I would rather wait out in the heat than in the cold. That's just me. Anyway, back onto this. So, this movie's coming out around Christmas time, December 20th, I believe. And all the commercials, it says this Christmas, this Christmas, this Christmas. All right, it's coming out in December. We got that. But guess what show is coming out in November? Oh my gosh, it's The Mandalorian. So The Mandalorian is coming out in November. Do you think that's strategic? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't put a show like that out until after The Rise of Skywalker comes out. I can't take myself seriously when I say that. I'm just going to say episode 9. I wouldn't put out a brand new TV show that's introducing all of these characters, that's, it's going to be your next big thing. I would wait until after the movie. And then, start off 2020 with The Mandalorian. That could be your big advertising thing, because what else do you have that's coming out? You're bringing back the Clone Wars, but those were episodes that were already done or already written, back when the Clone Wars was still going on, but then stuff happened, show got canceled, yada yada yada. But anyway, I think, and I speculated on this when I did my reaction to The Rise of Skywalker final trailer, is that if you have this show air in November, and then, so you got airing in November, then in December, The Rise of Skywalker comes out. Now, they are aware of the backlash that happened when The Last Jedi came out. You'd have to be an idiot not to. And, even me, I live under a rock in my little Star Wars hobbit hole. People know that this movie was not, well received. There is a big divide in the fandom. And a lot is riding on this movie, episode 9. So, my theory is that by them releasing The Mandalorian a little under a month before this new movie comes out, it's a way of them, doing damage control. But what is it called? What's the word? I'm always blanking on my words. I always think about things and I'm like, I'm going to film a video on this. And then, of course, right when I start filming, everything my mind is like, blank. Oh, this word. What is it? Premeditated. That is the word. It's a premeditated damage control for them. So, by them putting out The Mandalorian, a little under a month before The Rise of Skywalker happens. So, Rise of Skywalker comes out. Let's say it does great. Let's say it's breaking all these records. Okay, yes, Solo broke a lot of records too. It, killed it in pre-sales. But guess what? The movie wasn't good. People don't remember it. It lost money. It lost, over $200 million? That's a big, big, big red flag. So if this movie comes out, okay, yeah, of course, it's a Star Wars movie. It's got Star Wars in the title. It's the final Star Wars movie. People are going to go see it. I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to wait until it's online, and I'll watch one of those really bad little cam versions of it. But, I'm running out of, my throat's getting dry. But, anyway, I'm sorry, tangents. So when this movie comes out, it's either going to do good, or it's probably going to do good. Money-wise, it's going to be fine. They're probably going to make $1 billion easily. But if it is not well received, and there's a very big difference between a movie that makes money and a movie that's well received. A movie can make money and still be bad. A movie can make a lot of money and be phenomenal. It's just, the way that the audience perceives it, because you don't buy a ticket for a movie going in, knowing it's going to suck. Unless you've seen reviews and stuff for it and spoilers for it, you're not going to know, and then again, you have to actually physically go there and see it. I was really hyped for The Last Jedi. I was excited. When I heard Luke Skywalker say in the trailer, it's time for the Jedi to end, I'm like, oh my god, is he going to be a gray Jedi? Is he dissing that, and he's going to say F to the Jedi code, F to, the Sith code, let's do the gray Jedi thing? And I was like, oh my god, mate, is that why all the costumes are gray? Is that why he's been out on this temple? He's doing gray Jedi stuff, and there's going to be all these gray Jedis? I was like, is that what's going to happen? And then I saw the movie, and, every tiny little thing happened, I was like, oh my god, even the worst thing I thought could possibly happen, this is so fundamentally worse than that. But anyway, with this movie, if it does bad, what I think the whole idea of having The Mandalorian come out a few weeks before, not a few, like, 4 or 5 weeks before, maybe even less, is because they want to introduce these characters. They want to get everyone hyped up on The Mandalorian, and then if they have a few episodes left, they can, if they planned it out right, they'll have a really major plot thing either happen right before The Rise of Skywalker comes out or right after, and that way, if it's not being well received, it's causing a lot of backlash, Disney can just swipe that under the carpet and then just have, why are you guys paying attention to that? Look at what happened in The Mandalorian. Oh my gosh, this huge bomb just dropped. Look at all these new Star Wars stuff that's in The Mandalorian. Mandalorian. And they're going to flood, the media and the marketing with all the stuff in The Mandalorian, so that way they can, just kind of cover up if episode 9 doesn't do well. That's my theory on it, and I thought it was really interesting, because at first I didn't know when The Mandalorian was coming out. Then I heard it was coming out in November, and I was like, why? Why would you do something in November? Everyone's traveling. Everyone's going out shopping for stuff. I mean, the only excuse I would have is maybe for the toys, but still, why wouldn't you wait until after Christmas? Start off the year strong. After the holidays over, when nobody has anything to do, and then everyone's going to come and watch your show because there's nothing, the holidays are done. You got Halloween, Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, then you got New Year's, you got Hanukkah, you got whatever other holidays that are doing in the holiday season, and then after, what does anyone have to look forward to? Bam! Mandalorian! There you go. But no, they want to put it in November. And again, I honestly think it's because of, the episode 9 is not well received. It's so that way the Mandalorian they can just drop some big bomb, swipe whatever is going on with The Rise of Skywalker under the carpet, and then just advertise the Mandalorian, everywhere. Now, that's my theory on it. I might not be right, but that's just when I heard this initially. And I just heard about this the other day. Sorry, I need to drink Mountain Dew before I start talking. I drank some, but then I wasn't expecting to talk so much. And for those of you that get really worried that I talk really fast, I've talked about this in live streams before, but for everyone that is not aware about this in my videos, I have an eye hole. I was born with that, a tear duct, had surgery, botched surgery. I have this hole that goes through my, head bones. It has, how many bones are there? So they removed some bones. There's a hole. I breathe faster. So as I'm talking, I'm still breathing. So I get a lot more air in my lungs, which allows me to talk faster. It also makes my throat dry, but it's just a thing. So for those of you that worry that I talk too much, that's a little explanation on it. But anyway, I know I've been rambling a little bit, but What do you think about this theory? Do you think I'm right? Is there any other information that you have for me that you would like me to talk about? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's pretty shady. That's just my initial reaction to finding out this information. It's really shady, and they're trying to be sneaky because they can use whatever excuse. I 100% guarantee they're going to use the excuse, that's when our streaming service airs, so we want to do this, and it's going to be for, we want it to come out before Christmas time, that way kids know the characters, that way we can have the toys. That's 100% going to be their cop-out, but they're not sneaky enough. I mean, if I can see through this, if I can get this, implication from it, I'm sure other people can too. And I mean, I wish that they were smarter about the way they did things, but whatever. I'm just somebody that's just, loves Star Wars, and I can see through bullshit sometimes. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little bell. That way you get notifications when I do other videos and live streams. And until next time, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and I have an Etsy store, so if you've ever wanted to own a print of my artwork, this is the place to go. As you can see, I have a lot of recognizable characters, from horror films to heroes to Star Wars characters. Some of the notable characters I have on here are Darth Vader, which I did a couple live streams painting, so you can own a print of this painting. I also have Luke Skywalker, the binary sunset version, one of my favorite scenes in the original New Hope movie. I have Darth Maul, which Ray Parks himself actually complimented me on Instagram. And then last but certainly not least, Ahsoka Tano. So if you want to own any of these prints, go right on over to my Etsy store. Again, that's The Art of Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. What's up, everyone? I have a P.O. box, so if you want to send me some mail, go ahead and send it to Anna, that's Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much.